Welcome back to another episode of Azra Reacts. I'm your boy Azra, and today I'm getting back into slavery. The greatest inventions to deceive decisionist minds and make them forget who they are and where they come from. Otherwise known as From Kings to Slaves. I decided if I'm gonna do it, then I'm just gonna make a little note out of it with my piano. But anyway, let's get back into it. These deceivers, like African, Caribbeans, fucking Jamaicans, like the disrespect that they show Black Americans is just fucking crazy. All we could hope for was respect and boundaries. And they couldn't give us either one of those without being super fucking disrespectful and rude. Or flat out saying racist shit like slave food. I've never been a slave. I know where my family come. Like, okay, cool. This is why we want separation. This is why we don't want to be aligned with you fucks. This is why we keep saying you're on your own. We want shit to do with y'all anymore. Leave us the fuck alone. I'm sorry, but after witnessing so much, it's just like, yeah, I'm good. And the only complaint that y'all have is, y'all used to call us African booty scratchers in school. Y'all used to call us African booty. Grow the fuck up. How the fuck y'all gonna preach about unity, wanting to come together, but then y'all got this internal racism towards us when we're supposedly the same people as y'all? That's fucking insane. So yeah, I get where Black Americans are coming from when they say, no, we don't want to integrate with y'all anymore. We want separation from every fucking body. I seen one Black American say we should all pitch in at least $1. Because there's so many of us. Pitch in $1. Buy some fucking land. Block it off, and only Black Americans only are allowed in this piece of land, or wherever the fuck it is. Make it a Black only. They still got sundown towns running, so there's no fucking reason that we cannot have a only Black town. And that's just me keeping it a buck. But hey, like I always say, if you enjoyed the videos, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe, because every little bit helps the brother out. And trust me, I thank you all for the help that you guys are giving me. Thank you so very much. But let's go ahead and get into these videos.
Everything is upside down, inside out, and told in reverse. To all the so-called Black people in America that they call African Americans, just know that you are the mothers and fathers to all of humanity. Even Africans came from you. Everybody comes from you. You ever notice that anywhere that so-called Black Americans go on the planet, the light is always shining on us. Everybody's watching us. The Chinese is watching. A Chinese brother don't know no English, but he know all Michael Jackson music. Africans watch us. The African brother don't speak no English, but he know who Beyonce and Jay-Z is. We set all the trends across the planet. Everybody's watching us. The light is always on you, God and Goddess. The society would never want you to know that. Abundance.
I already responded to this, but I decided to make it into a video so you can really hear me when I say this. When are y'all gonna stop pretending to be Black behind these fake pages? You know we can tell.
It didn't happen the way it did, and they're trying to revise it in a way that makes their delusions look credible. But wouldn't that be considered anti-Black, because they're diminishing the Black community as a whole and denouncing everything about themselves?
You don't even got full lips. Oh, come on, bro.
And if me standing up for the Native community and the African American community makes you uncomfortable by me calling these people out and holding them accountable for their
There's no such thing as, see, if you, okay, you I hear you. You trying to call out the pretendians, but it's no such thing as African American. We telling you who we are. You don't get the opportunity to tell us who we are. You don't want me to call you a Mexican, right? You don't call us an African American.
graffiti, like it's every element of hip hop. It was 50-50, bro. If you look at the,
you cannot eliminate the Black American contributions to Latin music. You know, when you're talking about Latin jazz or salsa, you can't forget about Jelly Roll Morton, people like Dizzy Gillespie or Buddy Bolden out of New Orleans. Every element, and I mean every element of Latin music, it was 50-50, bro. It was 50-50. All you gotta do is just go look at the pictures. Just go look at the pictures.
Yo, Black Americans, can you chill in my comments? Like, I never dissed y'all. I never disrespected y'all. I said, how do you want to hear Plies in a city where you hearing Bad Bunny on the streets in the Bronx? Like, stop chatting in my comments. This is not a diaspora war. I'm saying if majority of this city is Caribbean, expect to hear that music. If you want to hear the country music, if you want to hear the southern music, go down south, go to the millennial spots, go to the 35 plus club spots that's playing Plies. And this is not even shade to Plies. He's catching strays, but who is asking for Plies? Who's requesting for Plies in the spot? Are you guys okay?
It's a narrative that we hear about black men.
They don't get married?
No, they don't like who?
Oh, they don't like black women?
Well, yeah.
The national average for black men who are married, what are they married to?
It's got to be black women.
Black women at what percentage? Over 85%. But it don't matter though, because once they make money, that's when they go get white women.
White women, yeah.
The national average for making over $200,000, black men, right? How many of those men are married to black women?
I give him about a cool
95%.
95. I believe it. I do believe it. And then when you hear the horror stories, we got to talk about Scottie Pippen. Girl.
Lex has a good point though, because they'll show the Scottie Pippen, right? And they'll say, look, this is how black men behave. Yeah. But that's not the fact. Destroying the black family has been on the forefront of the mind of the people who created this country. How do you destroy the black wealth in this country?
Yeah.
Destroy the black family. Make black women think that black men don't love them. Make black men think that black women don't respect them. That's all a fallacy. It's not true. The older I get, I'm 40 years old now, the more I realize that everything I've learned from mass media has been programmed by people who have an agenda.
In black media can participate in black culture, it can be for all, but you need to return the full value to the group that creates it. The problem with black targeted versus black owned is black targeted does not return that money back to black. Every dollar you give VH1, BET, all of those dollars that go to non-black owned media companies do not come back to our community, do not create black generational wealth.
The example that she used, she's the person who's targeting black Americans, right? Because when has black owned been African owned? It's always been separate. We all know that black owned means black American owned. When has black media been African media, right? It's no different than Nollywood versus black Hollywood. Two different concepts. So she's the exact same as the people who own these businesses that targets a black audience, black American audience. She's not going to take that money back and invest it back into the black American community or invest it back into black American culture. She's going to take that money and invest it in the African community and maybe even the Caribbean community, right? She's no different than the examples that she used. It's just that she has a black face, but exercising the same techniques the white people are using, targeting black American people, because black owned never been African owned. Black media never been African media. Instead of the white face doing it, it's the black face doing it, the African face.
You gotta peep the wordplay, okay? When it comes to Native Americans and Black Americans, right? Think of the names. Black people, Native American. These are all misnomers on both sides. Black, what they call us Black or African American, I ain't African. We might share the same DNA structure or whatever do you want to call it, but we're not the same people. And as far as them being natives, they not even a pure people. They are mixed breed people. I'm talking about the Native Americans that we know of. They are not original people. We are original people. So how can they be indigenous to anything when they came from the product of a mixed race, of two different races? Explain it. So we are indigenous American and they are Native American. That's what, to this point, if the origin story for mankind is supposedly from Africa, and these beings that cultivated from somewhere in Africa, they spread it all across 7 continents, and they settled in all 7 continents, right? If that's the real origin story, how can y'all be indigenous? Make it make sense.
I'm not gonna fucking hold your hand as I say what I'm gonna say, as you are too old, you are too grown to be babied and coddled to hear and accept the truth. With that being said, Black Americans are 100% allowed to want and to have an event that is 100% curated towards them and their culture without feeling the pressure of having to include other cultures of the Black and African diaspora. I said what the fuck I said, and there's nothing wrong with that. People from the Caribbean are 100% allowed to want and to have an event that is 100% curated for them and their culture. Hispanics are allowed the same rights. Natives are allowed the same rights. Everybody is allowed to have that. And I say that because of the recent discourse that is surrounding the Essence Festival. I don't know if you know about it, but there has been critiques basically from the Black American side stating that, especially with this year's Essence Festival, that it has become more Africanized, that Essence Festival has become increasingly more catering towards the African culture than the actual Black American culture. I'm gonna make this so abundantly clear. The Essence Festival is known as the largest celebration of Black women. And I understand that when we use the word Black, we're including everybody that is a part of the African diaspora. But Black is a term that is referencing towards the Afro-Americans, okay? The Black Americans here in America. The rest of us, we put Afro in front of our title. Afro-Caribbean, Afro-Latina, Afro-Asian, That's what we do. That being said, Essence Festival is an event that was created to celebrate Black American women. Not Black women all over the world, Black American women. And in the recent years, due to the acquisition of the Essence Festival by a Liberian man known as Richelieu Dennis, Essence Festival has become increasingly more catering towards the African culture rather than the Black American culture. And because Black Americans have started to speak up on it, there's actually been some African creators like basically making videos and trying to figure out what's the issue. Why is there so much negative conversation? Like, it seemed like everybody had fun. Two things can be true at once. Yes, people had fun, but they can still see that their culture is being less represented when this is supposed to be an event for their culture and another culture is being celebrated. When you guys have Afrofest, y'all have that. And if people were to go to Afrofest and now started hip hop here and rap over here, you're gonna complain. You're gonna complain. Because as a Caribbean person, if I hear somebody come to a Caribbean fete and they talking about where's the hip hop, I'm go and find that event. Like, you're gonna complain. So don't act dense. Don't act dense as if you don't understand where some of the negative commentary is coming from. Yes, people had fun, but they could have also had fun while realizing, yo, this is more African than it is American. And here's the creator, the video that I saw. I don't want her to get any hate. She already turned her comments off. The only reason why I'm including it is because every time that I say that I seen a video from somebody else, if I don't include them, you guys think that I'm fucking lying and just creating the story out of thin air. Or, you know, I'm pretty sure you guys are doing it because you want to be messy, but I'm sorry, I'm not lying.
I just seen a video of an African lady complaining about how African Americans were mad that Essence Fest is now becoming a diaspora thing when it really was meant to celebrate our culture. And it's such a disingenuous conversation for a couple of reasons, and I'm sorry if I go all over in this video, but it really is so many things that's on my fucking mind. For one, when African Americans were going to Lagos a couple of years ago, when African Americans go to Labor Day and Juve, y'all say that we're the reasons why it's ghetto. Y'all say that we're the reason why things get shot up or get shut down. Y'all blame all the dysfunction on us, as if there wasn't dysfunction at these events prior to us getting there. That's number one. Number two, what happened to us not having any culture? Now we're supposed to share our cultural event with you? African Americans experience so much fucking xenophobia within the diaspora, and now we're talking about how we want to keep our event for us, and now all of a sudden it's, oh, but we need to share our cultures because blah 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 and blee blee blee. Bitch, no. Because not only do y'all not understand our culture, you don't respect our culture. Because anytime the conversation comes up to African Americans have no culture and we start explaining our culture, you try to strip it down and like bring all of its roots back to Africa. But y'all never do that with soca music. Y'all don't do that with fucking dance hall. Y'all don't do that with reggaeton. But yes, hip hop and rap music, which was created in the Bronx in the fucking 70s and 80s, yes, that is straight from Africa, from the motherland, because it has some fucking drums in it. Then 3, a lot of you...
The last one is world. What does that mean? It means something really simple that is a pet peeve of mine, but I'm going to put on the table and then I'm going to shut up. All this BS about African versus U.S. black versus Caribbean black versus Canadian black versus Antarctica black. I don't have facts to prove that. We everywhere. Arctic black. If you allow that narrative to exist within you, you're participating in dismantling who we're supposed to be in this world, y'all. Rich and I are no less dedicated to the black community in the US than we are to the black community in Africa and in the Caribbean and in Europe. And the fact that our descent is African and your descent might be different does not mean that we can't represent all. And we're not fighting for all. And we keep letting this narrative exist in the world. I told y'all this is me. If you were calling me, this is how it would come out, y'all. And I'm going to tell you why I'm triggered on that in a second. Anybody can believe what they want to believe. What I need the world part of this to do is to proactively dismantle the part of that conversation that is about, if you ain't in a black, I certify you don't deserve to help make black better.
Pop, chop, did it pop, pop, pop. When it come, and it cop, when it cop, cop. And it go, did it throw, and it hop, pop. And it baby, did it hop, That shit sounds ridiculous. Everything ain't for everybody. Right. Just because it's there don't mean everybody should touch it.
Actually, like, you know, some of the UK hip hop. In fact,
1800s later. I put that on screen. We were not brought over here by way of slave ships. I put that on screen. I showed you that there was no such thing as a slave ship. I put that on screen. Number one, they couldn't come straight across the Atlantic with the ocean gyres there. They would be lost to sea. Number two, you're not about to fit 100, 200, nobody on a sailboat. They can't carry that much weight on a sailboat. Don't forget that they're calling them ships, but they were boats. Wherries, rowboats, those are small. The cargo ships came in the 1850s, and the first 3 cargo ships were owned by 3 different people, and those cargo ships were not being utilized commercially. The commercial use of the cargo ships came in the late 1850s. By that time, you had, 10, 15 years more until slavery was allegedly abolished?
I will not be debating Dane Calloway.
All my paperwork for me and all my children, I claim American Indian. I do not put we're fucking black. And even on my driver's license, I put American Indian. And it's been times where people would do my paperwork for me, right? And they would just check black. I'd be like, I'm not black. They'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed that you were black. Bitch, where do I look black, bitch? The fuck? I'm copper tone. I'm brown skin. Go ahead, check that American Indian off, because I'm indigenous from here. Yeah, as long as we keep claiming that we're black, we keep putting ourselves underneath their jurisdiction and giving them control over our mind, body, soul, and children. This is another thing y'all don't know. CPS has no rights over American Indian children. Search the American Indian Removal Act in the Black Laws Dictionary. Right. This is the same dictionary that they use in court. This is the same dictionary that all lawyers study. And it's so crazy because all these fake ass niggas who study the bar and they go to school to be a lawyer. They know all the shit and they don't tell y'all. They don't tell you shit. They want y'all to pay for the information and they still ain't gonna tell you who you truly are. Yeah, quit claiming that you're fucking black. Every time you claim you're black, you're putting yourself in their fucking jurisdiction.
Culture, there's depth. Like we talk about music, we talk about rituals, we talk about traditions, we talk about family dynamics. Now compare that to Black Americans. What is the consistent tradition? What is it? What is the unified identity? I'm listening. There isn't one. No tribe, no homeland, no shared customs. It's all scattered. And I know what everybody's gonna say. That's because of slavery. Well, guess what? It is what it is. Like, it's a fragmented group with no traditional foundation. No unanimous food, no universal values, and no sacred customs that were passed down from generations. I had one lady...
I know it's sensitive, but the soul is gone.
It is, but I'm trying, you know, me.
Because the conversation is about this Kenyan lady alienating Black Americans.
Okay, I heard about that.
And Essence Festival being some Black American shit since 92 or whenever the fuck it was.
Yes.
Who's the Kenyan? We said Carolyn Wang is the CEO. Oh, she also has Kenyan citizenship.
So it's everything except for
Black Americans.
They say the town, the feeling in the town is you've alienated the Black businesses, local Black businesses that have contributed to the curation of Essence Fest forever. I know when I went in 03 and 04 and around that whole hood, a big part of that was the local businesses. So now you done shut them out the game. I don't think it's nothing but the soul is gone. The soul is gone. Sometimes it's okay to say when you see it. I know it's sensitive, but the soul is gone.
And I think that's
So Black people, I'm at the amusement park, right? And so it's hot. Keep in mind, it's hot. Everybody's sweating. So my daughter has to use the bathroom. So I see a group of brothers that work there, and they standing in a group. So I walked up to the brothers respectfully, and I was like, "Say, brothers, y'all know the bathroom at? My daughter got to use the bathroom." So it's about 5 of them. So the 4 of them, they sat back chilling, and one stepped out and he pointed in the direction of where the bathroom was, right? So we get down to the bathroom, we come back out. So keep in mind, we got to walk right back past the group of Black guys down there. So as we get back close to the group, we see a group of white people standing around them, and they asking the same questions. They little cheering need to use the bathroom. So tell me why the Black guy house up, he said he looked at one of their coworkers. He was like, "Y'all hold me down. I'm finna show them where the bathroom is." So he take them to the bathroom, right? So me being me, I'm like, what? I got to stay around till he come back so I can tell him about himself, respectfully. So he get back. And so I say, brother, I know it's hot and everything, but one of these other slaves must told you that it was air conditioned in the big house or something. He looked at me, he like, "What you mean by that?" I looked at the man, I told him, I say, "With your own people, you pointed us in the direction of the bathroom. But with they people, you ready to escort, play chauffeur for them." He looked at me, he was like, "Come on now, that ain't how it was. That was just a godly thing to do." I said, "Godly? Bruh, if all you wanted was an extra piece of bread from Master, I could have bought you a whole loaf out the love." Tragic.
Black Americans did not grow up with parents that cooked jerk chicken in our household. Black Americans did not grow up with parents that cooked Haitian stew and Haitian patties in our household. That is considered takeout food, because that is food from a different culture that we have to go out and buy. Because I'm hearing a lot of confusion on what is Black American and what is not. All because the past year and a half, y'all done went from I know Black, I Haitian, I know Black, I African. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm so Black, I'm Black American, I'm Black American through and through. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all done went from being y'all parents who used to watch us on TV and idolize us so bad and want to be us, watch us in movies and on TV shows and things like that and wanted to be us. And y'all took that ideology now and it done jumped in y'all and it is crawling on y'all like scabies. And I just got to let y'all know, if y'all are that confused on whether or not you are Black American, if you are only Black American when you leave that house, stop playing with us, okay? Y'all can't want to be another group of people that bad. It ain't that much want to be in the world. We thought y'all was crazy from scrubbing off y'all's skin. And now y'all playing that when I jump out, you jump in with our skin. Y'all don't even want to be in your own skin. Why y'all want to be in our skin for? You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard around here. You know what I'm saying? It's hard creating schools and building schools and creating shit and watching everybody tell you that you didn't, but when you know that it's hard around here for a parent, okay? But anyway, has anybody noticed the accent in New York? You feel what I'm saying? The Black Americans still sound the same. It's almost like the immigrants in New York are trying to present a stereotypical Black American. Y'all remember that stereotype of the New York Black American? It was always hard and stuff like this. Because y'all done seen the streamer girl, the Black streamer girl that be on here, but now it's the Asian girl that come across my page sound the exact same. Because you know, it's almost like, y'all got to stop that shit. Y'all got to stop with the bullshit. Y'all are embarrassing y'all.
You keep trying to gaslight me. How we don't know our own culture when we're from here? Our grandparents went through this culture. Their grandparents went through this culture. Their grandparents went through this culture. Like, we've been here for a whole hell of a lot of generations, lady. How did we exclude ourselves when we were sold off of the continent of Africa by other Africans? We were gathered up, kidnapped, chained down by Africans, then took to the white man and sold over here. We didn't exclude ourselves, y'all excluded us. And our exclusion made us exclusive. And now y'all want to be us, and we don't want to be y'all.
I really wish they would fucking sterilize you ghetto ass Black people, bro, like for real. I have PTSD. I cannot do the loud banging. I can't do the loud slams, none of that. The goddamn ghetto ass kids that live in the projects next to me keep breaking into my building and doing the ding dong ditch, and I've said several times, stop doing that. I even went as far as to get a goddamn Ring camera to stop it. But no, y'all don't know how to raise your kids because you're children yourself, and when you had kids and you don't have no morals, no self-value, no self-respect, no nothing. I fucking hate your children. And essentially you, because you're a terrible parent. Because why is your children running around this goddamn building? They don't live here. They don't live here. Now, if somebody were to grab them up and pull them inside and did something to them, now, oh my God, why was my kid attacked? And oh my God, my child is so good. And oh my God, why did this happen? Because you're a fucking terrible parent. A terrible, careless parent. I'm gonna catch one of them. That's what. I'm gonna catch one of them.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I don't give a single flying fuck about a Black immigrant. I hate when people come over with their problems and then try to put it on people that already have problems here. Like, nigga, go back to your fucking country. I don't give no fuck about your... We have shit that we need to fix here going on already before we need to help other motherfuckers. That shit's so annoying. And then you motherfuckers get out that boat and get to talk about Black Americans have no culture. Black Americans have no culture. They don't do this. They don't do that. They're heroes that gave up on themselves and blah, 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 blah. No, we're not, nigga. Read a fucking book, you stupid booty-scratching motherfucker. God damn it. That be my problem with first and second generation motherfuckers. They always want to conveniently be like, Black people have no culture. Black people don't do this. Black people don't do that. When we got our own shit going on, you did. And but as soon as they come here, they figure out how to assimilate with Black culture. You know what I'm saying? Which means there was a culture before you got here, you stupid son of a bitch. Black Tim, they start wearing Tim. The Black people that get off the boats, they start wearing Tims. They start dressing like us. They start talking like us. That's culture, nigga. Dumbass. The problem is you thought culture was white culture. You didn't realize that Black culture was his own thing as well that actually thrives further than white culture. You was just equaling American culture with white culture. That's what it is. That'd be the problem. Motherfuckers think that just because it's American, it means it's white. No, Black people came up with that. Almost everything, from the light bulb to motherfucking the way niggas decide to sag their pants. We created all of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
She wants to know she can't sign
The reason they consider themselves, and you can go to the Essence Festival and see all kind of dashikis and different things, is because our people, whenever possible and however possible, have centered Africa at the expense of our own politics and our own culture. There is no culture in the world that is richer than our culture. I hope y'all understand that. I'm talking about everything from inventions to music to food. There is no richer culture. There is no liberation struggle in the globe that is richer and more successful than our liberation struggle in the belly of the beast. There is none. And we are here still fighting in this country. We didn't get to immigrate from Kenya or nowhere else. We are still here, largely wealthless, but here, making a way for other people who then decide that once they get here, they get to replace us. Listen, we don't replace, we make a way for people to come here and be successful. We never said nothing. We make a way for you and we say, hey, what's your name? Tell me how to pronounce it. Okay, we good. We do that. You come here and take over our institutions and replace us. And then when we say, hey, what's going on over here? You say you're xenophobic. How? Why am I interested in this? I don't want to see none of this. Like, I remember back in the day when I used to see Susan Taylor on like magazines or inside, you know, she used to have her own little section. There used to be her little section in the magazine too. And I'd be like, oh, that's how elegance looks like right there. Look at that. And look at that smile. That's elegant. I don't want to see this. And I don't want this to be the thing, like that this is not representative of Adolf. That may be representative of her and her style and all that. It's not representative. I don't want it. I don't know how to say it. It was in the spirit family. I don't know. I used to be like, oh, I'm proud of that. Like I want to be proud. Like this is us and this is beauty and I'm happy that she represents us in this way and we have this thing. No, this is not us. And it's not saying that they're bad or anything like that, but you're not us. And we want to see our reflection in our media. But the great thing about it is we ain't taking it no more.
That black dude gave me such the ick. Like, shut your ugly dumb ass up, bro. You are one of the main reasons why we're like, fuck you. You don't understand. You don't get it. Instead, you want to get on here and try to rage bait us and taunt us. That shit ain't working either. I mean, look at your comments, bro. You had like, what, 40 likes with over 240 something comments of people destroying you over and over and over. We get what y'all are trying to do. Y'all trying to build yourself off of black Americans' backs. Y'all trying to rage bait us into shit so that we can talk shit to y'all so y'all accounts can grow, but y'all not understanding. We are still making sure that your account does not grow. You can go check his page. He's still at like 20 fucking followers. So just because you're getting comments and getting ripped apart, don't mean that you're actually growing. Because we are separating from y'all. We don't want shit to do with y'all anymore. This Essence Festival has really shown black Americans where we stand with the rest of the world. And our standing is like, oh, we can help everybody out. But our standing is, fuck you, back of the line. Even from other black people. Which is just asinine, insane. Like, that's just fucking dumb to me. Like, I'm so torn. I'm so torn. Because the disrespect is real and you can definitely see it. You don't have to go out looking far to find it. But I'm so torn because I've always been pro-black. And that goes for Africans, fucking Jamaicans, Haitians, Caribbeans. I've always been pro-black. So I'm very torn in the middle of this. I hate seeing my people, Black Americans, be disrespected by other people. But at the same time, I don't want to distance myself from those people because they are still technically our people. But the disrespect really needs to crank down. That shit, no, not even crank down. It needs to be abolished altogether. The racism towards us needs to be abolished altogether. Y'all need to lose those white ideologies that y'all are still holding up so fucking high. But I'm done talking. Because, like I always say, if you enjoyed that video, please go ahead and drop a like and subscribe. Because every little bit helps. Hey, even throw a comment down there. I'm not stopping you. Because every one of those clicks really help out the channel. And I thank you. Not only I, we thank you so very much for everything. But I've been your boy Astro. This has been another episode of Astro Reacts. And I'll check you guys next time. Deuces!